Okay, today we're going to make apple, cheese and walnut soda bread. First of all, we're going to wash your hands really well. Front and back, nice and soapy, hot water. Keep washing them till they're clean and everything is healthy. Well done. Don't forget to dry them well as well. Good. This is what you'll need. 500 grams of plain flour, 2 teaspoons of bicarbonate of soda, 1 teaspoon of salt, 75 grams of cheddar cheese, walnuts and apple, 400 millilitres of yoghurt, a teaspoonful of lemon juice and 1 or 2 teaspoonfuls of milk if you need it. You'll also need a tray covered with baking paper and you'll need to pre-warm the oven to 200 degrees. First we're going to sieve the flour, making sure there are no lumps in it. Little bit at a time and shake it through the sieve. That's good. Bit more. Keep going till you take all the 500 grams of flour through the sieve. Excellent. Well done. Now we're going to take the bicarbonate of soda. There it is. That's what makes the dough rise. We don't put yeast in this recipe. So put 2 teaspoons of bicarb into the sieve and shake them through. This takes all the lumps out of it. Now sieve a teaspoonful of salt as well. Good. Now take 75 grams of cheese and cut into very small pieces, little squares. We're calling this dicing the cheese. Cut it one way and then the other, so you end up with small bits. Now take the little diced pieces of cheese and put them in the flour and the soda. Well done, every little bit. Good. Take the walnuts, there's one, and chop them up very carefully. Watch your fingers. And these are going into the mix when you've done them. Make them quite small. Use your knife sideways like I have. Now take the nuts and put them into the mix also. Now we're going to take an apple and take the core out by pushing a potato peeler in and turning it round. Keep going all the way around. And then scoop out the middle where all the seeds are. This saves time later on. And then cut it in half. And then we can peel it just like this. And when it's all peeled, there you are. This apple was grown on my apple tree. We can then chop it into pieces like we did with the walnuts and the cheese. So small pieces, not too big, and this will give a nice fruity taste to the bread when it's baked. And these are all go in the mix then. Good. Now we're going to stir everything together so everything's covered. So that's the walnuts and the cheese and the apple. Stir it round so everything's covered. Good. You could do it with your hands, but spoons as easy. Well done. Now we're going to add some natural yoghurt. Into this natural yoghurt I've put a teaspoonful of lemon juice. There it is. Now make a well in the flour, a hole like this, in which we can pour in the yoghurt and lemon juice. We're just going to add a bit at a time and then stir each time. A little bit of yoghurt and then stir it round. Just pull the flour over the top of the yoghurt first like that, and then it won't all stick to the spoon. And stir it round and then add a little bit more, and gradually it should start to come together. That's good. A little bit more yogurt. Well done. And then another stir. That's good. Keep on stirring like I'm doing here. Mine looks a bit dry, so I'm going to add some whole milk, whole fat milk. There it is. And I'm just going to add a teaspoon of milk to that. There you go. And then stir it around. It should become not too sticky, but it should all come together more or less in a ball. Sprinkle some flour on the table, and we're going to tip out the dough onto the table. Just gently roll it, not knead, just gently roll it like I'm doing on the flour. That's all you need to do. Remember, no kneading. Just bring it together into a nice ball like that. You could see the walnuts in there. That's it. Then get the tray with the paper on and put the dough on the tray. There you are. That's looking good. Now, to make sure it cooks all the way through, we're going to cut it quite deeply, one that way and then one crossways. Nice deep cuts, like 2/3 of the way through the dough. See, I've gone over a couple of times to make sure it goes through. Now we're going to bake for about 40 to 45 minutes. Right, let's have a look. Take it out of the oven. Irish cheese and apple and walnut soda bread. Brilliant. Well done.